Yo, hello everybody. New warriors, welcome on in. Gramps, good time zone as always. Fleming, blessings to you. Everything is good, just relaxing this evening, still adjusting to the time change. I woke up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. So is it like daylight savings time right now or something? Is that what's going on in the Western world? That type of sorcery doesn't exist here in Japan. That type of magic sorcery doesn't exist. We just go by whatever the time is. We don't shift anything up or down. So what's your usual time frame of waking up? Five to 7 a.m. just depends on the dog. That's actually around the same time that I wake up. Like all the time I wake up at around 5 a.m. Well, maybe like 4 or 5 typically. Sometimes a bit earlier even. Sometimes I wake up at like 3 in the morning. But that's just because I usually like to do a nice early morning prayer before I start the day. I'm guessing that it just feels really awkward for you. Like it's not something that you typically do, right? Last week? That's good, that's good. A lot better? Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling good. I'm just drinking some green tea right now, and green tea is always a soothing antidote for my stomach. And I also have some chamomile, so if I ever do, and you know, feel worse later on, I could always just throw it in my cup. But I'm good for now, though. Oh, we're almost at 55. That's crazy. We're just like we're more than halfway now, and we're gathering all these new wedges, which is good. I think by today, end of today, we should be at 55, and then I'll continue working on building my characters. Most notably, I'm gonna build up my piggy girl first. Hey, Cake, what's going on, brother? How goes it? How goes your raiding in the arcs? I see you and Ellie, and I think even Banksy was chiming in on their enjoyment of the game. So good to know that you have like a trio to talk about the game. But I figured since you all are talking in the sci-fi gaming section, it'll probably suffice for now. 55 is some kind of checkpoint, right? At least for me, it's like a checkpoint because it really kind of... it defines the next chapter of the game. Because once you hit 55, you can essentially ascend all of your characters to the next level. So when you get to around 45, 50, all of your characters will be stuck at level 60 out of 60. And so doing like more late game content, you can definitely do it, but you're going to feel a little bit walled out just because your damage numbers aren't going to be as high. So once you hit 55, you pretty much unlock like everything. You're pretty good to go. Is somebody here? Oh, he is. Yeah. It's a pretty meaningful stage in the game where 55 unlocks pretty much everything. It unlocks a lot more wedges to farm, especially the gold ones. Like all the gold wedges are obtainable. And all your characters can then be ascended to level 70, all your weapons. So once you hit that, you're golden. Because then it'll be so much easier to even level up beyond 55, because then you'll have so many characters to ascend to 70. So I'm just saving up all my money right now, so that way when I hit 55, I can simply just ascend everyone and just get all my XP up. It goeth well. I'm over 70 hours now. I agree the sci-fi general is just fine. Yeah, as long as y'all are just enjoying the experience, like you said, it's going well. That's the one thing I love to hear. You know, that's why I created the community, so that way people can just chime in on what they love and they can share their sci-fi love or fantasy love for the games that they play. And it makes me happy knowing that you finally found an attachment, because I know that you and I have been on this soul searching journey for the right types of games to kind of play, and it's good that you've like finally locked something down for yourself. Now we just gotta find something all of us can play. Now we just gotta lock in and find out like what other game we can play together. Gramps and I right now are definitely... I'm enjoying Duet Net Abyss a lot. Like, I'm actually enjoying the game. Just because there's just so much to do. Well, I say so much, but... There's definitely a good handful of content in this game that you can get through. And then once you hit the higher levels, the game becomes even more fun. I'm just excited for what this game offers right now, and I just look forward to what they do more in a game. But I just feel like there's so much more they can do to like make this game even more exciting. But without you know, taking the spotlight away, I'm definitely very happy for you, dude. Like genuinely happy that you found a game that kind of sparks that enjoyment within you. And because I've never seen you really talk about things like so passionately before. Like, you know, you'll sometimes chime in and you'll share your opinion on things, but this is something that I'm quite surprised by, but in a good way. It's like, wow, like Cake actually really enjoys this game. And I noticed that because whenever someone's passionate about something, other people kind of resonate with it. And even though I don't personally play Arc Raiders, I can feel that sense of excitement coming from the words you say, and that brings me happiness, because it's not that often that you come across a game that really speaks to you, especially in this day and age where we have like a handful of games that constantly release on a what seems to be a daily basis. It's like you wake up and there's like another brand new announcement, another brand new game that's out. Just trying to, you know, trying to take your time. It's just like, damn, where's the break? It's not something I expected to be so excited about, but it has completely hooked me. I can tell. And that, again, that's a beautiful thing. When you really find something that resonates with your playstyle, with your preferences, that to me is what real joy means. And you're not just playing it out of the enjoyment of, let's say, the popularity of the game, because people can enjoy something due to its popularity. But then when that popularity starts to wane, so too does your enjoyment, because that means you weren't really enjoying it for the game itself. You're doing it because maybe everyone else was playing it. But it's good to see that you actually are genuinely finding real enjoyment out of the experience, and that to me is wonderful. It's good to have that type of attitude towards things. Like seeing others happy makes me happy. That's I guess what I want to say. Seeing others happy for what they do and seeing their enthusiasm behind it, it makes me happy. kind of like when Gramps talks about all the like these cool games he's discovered. But then like Gramps and I are kind of like the explorers when it comes to these games. Like we'll go on Steam and we'll look at all these different games, and like we'll sometimes share our discoveries together. But that's where my enjoyment comes in. Is like discovering new things and trying to share them with the audience, which are you guys. Sometimes the games hit the mark and other times they don't, but it brings me joy that I can actually showcase games, and while they might not always resonate with people, the most important thing is it brings people together in one way or another. Dude, I love this character so much. Initially, I was a bit put off by the whole riding a pig thing, but I've come to really fall in love with Truffle a lot. Like she's like actually my favorite character in the game. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Gramps. I love to experiment with different games, and I guess some people would see that as like a negative. It's like, oh my gosh, you're playing so many games. It's like, well, I feel like it's a good thing to explore new games, because otherwise you run the risk of, you know, maybe falling into complacency. So it's nice to explore new territory and see what's out there, because you just never know. You never know what you'll find. It's like there's a treasure trove of games out there nowadays, and it's good to just see what's out there, see what really touches you the most. And then when that game really resonates, that's when you can share it. And then you can be like, yo, look at this game I found, guys. This is, you know, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Like, it really feels like treasure hunting, you know? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like my childhood memory or something. But I just like the idea of treasure hunting, or like searching for like those rare, obscure games, or like those games that people don't really talk about yet, but they just have some cool, unique feature to them. Like Duet Night for me, actually, I came across it during its announcement, like its early announcement, and it was a cool like idea. But I guess what kind of pulled me away at the time was I had so many other games on my plate. But now that I've really dabbled with the game, I really do enjoy what the game has to offer. It may not be for everybody, but I treasure this game a lot. And I'm always somebody who likes to kind of, I wouldn't say like I'm an early adopter, but when a game comes out and it's in its building phase, I really get excited, because that's the time where I like to really experiment with the game. I like to discover what's broken. I like to discover what works, what doesn't work, figuring out bugs and all these cool, intricate things. Like I like tinkering. That's what I would call myself. I would call myself like an explorer, but also like a tinkerer. I like to tinker with different facets of a game. And so when a new game drops, I go completely ham in the game. I'll spend hours on end, like a science experiment, and I'll just dabble with it as much as I can to get a feel for it. Because then I can actually provide a stronger opinion, or at least a reasoning as to why people should play it. Because I've dived so deep into the game. Like I dissected so many things. That's why I love doing so many beta tests and joining in like all these alpha tests for games, because it's a great way for me to get to know the developers, but also it's a great way for me to just dissect the game and give developers a chance to receive healthy feedback. Because much like treasure hunting, you never know what's good until you actually discover it. And you know, at the initial discovery of an item, you might think, oh, this treasure item is kind of kind of weird, or oh, it doesn't have enough value. But then, you know, maybe you wash it a little bit. You know, maybe that piece of gold had some rust on it or something, or you know, it was just like covered in dirt. But then you wash it, and now that one thing that looked rusty or dirty now looks super clean and profitable. And that's kind of how I see games at times. Like on the surface, a game might not be the most perfect, but as you continue to rub it down and you wash it and you purify it, you start to see a lot of good things. There's a reason I got over 400 hours in the Dune beta. Yeah, exactly, right? And that's just the beta. Like, it's just great that betas exist, because it, you know, it brings back the good old days of the demo discs. You know, when you had the PlayStation magazine or whatever magazine that had demo discs at the time. But it was nice to receive demo discs, because it was kind of like the early version of a beta. Like, you get to play the game and test it out. And I think that's kind of what drove me or inspired me to want to explore games even more, because in a demo disc you only had so much time within the game. They only gave you like a certain period or a certain amount of maps to play, or a boss battle. But it was like in those moments, that's when I would really like soak enough time into the game to see, okay, can I beat the boss? Can I get overpowered before the demo ends? You know, things like that. I'm always trying to figure out ways to amplify the gaming experience. And so that's why you guys see me exploring different games.
Whoa! Tons of enemies suddenly rushed out. I can't delay my research, so I'll just leave them to you.
But hopefully Duet Net Abyss remains relevant. I feel like it will. I feel like it will. You know, I think people who are kind of yelling and screaming at the game are just a vocal minority, and then they don't represent the full extent of the community. Because quite frankly, the game is still very new, and it's hard for us to really determine the outcome of a game that's only been out for, I guess now it's been just over a week. I was like scrolling through YouTube just to kind of get a feel for what the content is like, and I feel like a lot of people are just kind of, well, first of all, people are rushing to make well, it makes sense. Like, you know, the game just came out. You know, you want to obviously strike while the iron's hot. But there are some videos that I've watched that are pretty, like, how can I say it? There are a lot of videos that just kind of, you can tell that they weren't really well invested into the game, because they were kind of spewing out numbers that weren't really accurate, and they were kind of talking about things that kind of, you know, it sold a game in a negative light, but that just came as a result of them not spending enough time in the game. And so the negative sentiment comes from people who are not necessarily well versed, or haven't spent enough time into the game. Yeah, like uninformed. Like they're kind of just taking what they feel to be, you know, obviously it's their own personal experience, and I'm not going to knock them for that. But for me, one thing I've learned by being a creator and just working in the industry as a whole is that, like, data matters, you know. And while it can be a bit annoying at times to be hit with, you know, all these statistics, I think they're really important, because it kind of paints a much bigger picture of the game itself. And when people kind of throw out these random numbers saying, oh, you know, the game isn't selling well, or blah blah blah, it's like, well, where are you getting these numbers from? Oh, I just heard it from Reddit. It's like, well, first of all, Reddit isn't the company. And until the company gives us a full release of their statistics or all their data, we'll never know for certain. And if I'll be honest, you know, you're not going to really find much value in a week's worth of data, just because I don't recall any game that came out that within its first week was like, you know, pulling heavy numbers. Maybe you have some outliers, but generally speaking, when a game releases, you're not going to see as many numbers. And so I've just seen videos talking about, oh my gosh, like the game's not selling well, it's not going to be successful, blah 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 blah, and it's like, well, you can't really justify that because you don't have the numbers to back that up, and so your claims are kind of just based off of what you seem to think is, in your mind, a failure. But most games on the market, when it comes to sales numbers and figures, it takes a while. I'd say it takes about a month, maybe even a couple months, to really get a glimpse of how successful a game is. Because, you know, when a game fully releases, right, there's always hype behind the game's release. And so, of course, the numbers are going to be relatively high because everyone's going to jump on the servers and whatever. You know, people want to get a chase for the game, and every game can do that. Every game has had those moments where, you know, first few days people log in, millions of people are logging in, and that's totally normal. But then, you know, it's important to look at the numbers after a week, after a month, after 2 months, and then you can really tally up the numbers a lot more accurately, because people come and go. People can stay for a couple days and then they leave, and then those numbers are kind of skewed. But player retention is really important, and so making sure that number is accurate is imperative. So just seeing players talking about, oh, the game's not looking too good right now, it's blah blah blah, it's like, well, I don't know what you're smoking right now, but it's probably best to not mention anything about stats, because it's going to take a while before we see any sort of accurate numbers for the game. And sometimes, I'll be honest too, sometimes numbers might look pretty poor in the beginning, but there is such a thing as late bloomers, you know? Like, there are late bloomers out there that in the beginning phase of their life cycle, things start off really slow. And, you know, because we now live in such a competitive world where there's so many different games, so many different companies dropping so many different, you know, titles every single week, it is hard for a game to actually flourish in a meaningful way. So, just give me a second, I'm just cutting my fingernail. But it's actually not surprising to sometimes come across games that are really late bloomers. Maybe the first couple months will be really slow and people are like, oh, look at this guy, it's not a good game, it's dead, blah blah blah. But then over time, with more improvements and, you know, a greater story and maybe the hiring of better voice actors, and then within, you know, a year, maybe a year and a half, that game that was once deemed to be, you know, dead on arrival, or, oh, this game is not that great, it just flourishes. And that's why it's really, really imperative that we don't just jump to an immediate conclusion after just a week of playing. So much can change within the game, just like people, right? Like, so much can change about a person within a year. You know, you may have met this person, you know, a couple months ago, and you can say, oh, yeah, this person was so and so, but then within a year, this person really transforms themselves. And I think the same can be said about games as well. It's like, things can change over time. You just gotta give it a chance. Also, some games have a normal downtime where players have finished the current content and leave the game for other games. It doesn't mean that players won't come back for new content. Yeah, exactly. And we talked about this before at 2 grams, where we mentioned the whole concept of, you know, players coming back to a certain game, like Passive Exile. You know, like, I'm not playing it right now. Doesn't mean the game is bad. I love Passive Exile 2, but the game right now is kind of in a dry state because the next big thing that's coming out isn't until December. So it's like, well, why am I going to play the game and, you know, I've already pretty much exhausted the game as far as its content. So I'm waiting till December. But that doesn't mean the game's dead. It just means that the game deserves a good time to rest. So yeah, I totally agree with you. Some games just require a little bit of downtime, and that gives players enough opportunity to play other games. And I think that's honestly intentional by some of the devs, because they want players to play other games while it gives them a chance to actually cook up more content for their respective game. Like, I don't think that it's... I don't think companies just want you to... Well, of course companies do want you to be hooked to their game, but I also do feel like companies want players to feel as if they have freedom to explore new territory, which I think is important. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try a new character. Oh, not new, but I'm gonna play Star Wars for a little bit. I'm gonna play Star Wars. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background when I play, but I keep hearing vroom, 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 vroom. I'm just like, alright, you know what? I gotta play this character right now. Did I unlock anything new that was meaningful? I did. Okay, so we have some character ones. So right now I'm just trying to get all my wedges unlocked, and that's gonna take some time. But once I get them unlocked, it'll be so good. What did I unlock? Oh, wait, characters. Where is it? Which one did I unlock? Oh, this one. Oh, this is a Lumino set. Nice. I think that's a good thing too, as if you do go for another game while waiting for new content, you will avoid burnout. Exactly. Exactly. And I think this is what the devs in China, I feel, have really, I wouldn't say mastered, but you can definitely tell that that's their game plan, because the rules in China are very different from the rules in the West, where they actually encourage players to take breaks. Especially the younger audience, you know, those in their adolescence and their late teens, they actually do try to enforce this idea of take a break, you know, come back later. You know, I think recently we've seen games put messages in their games like, hey, it's been 3 hours, you know, take a break, you know. It's just good to be reminded that, hey, there are other games out there and that we can definitely find enjoyment in them, because if we don't enjoy ourselves in other games, we'll never know what exists, you know? It's good for us to know what exists out there. So taking good breaks here and there is always nice. And especially avoiding burnout. No, I don't want this one. I want to change her sword. I want to go Star Wars right now. We're actually almost done this one too. Okay, so I want to change my preset. So this one... Okay, so let's just swap. Yeah, we're just going to swap the weapons here. Alright, now we should be good. I just want to swing my lightsaber. I want to play some... Yeah, here we go. Dude, the fact that they put a lightsaber in this game, and it's only $1. It just costs like $1 to get this lightsaber. And it actually sounds like a lightsaber. Like you hear the woo, 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 like you hear everything. Just for $1 you can play Star Wars. Oh, this is so cool.
For the peace that will come one day.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. I can't make Youngling respawn though. Youngling respawn. What is that? Youngling respawn. It kind of lost me there, Fleming. My brain was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me just slow down for a second and just kind of rethink what I said. So I'm like, wait a minute. Youngling. Oh. Ah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, Youngling. Now, okay, now the context makes a lot more sense. Yeah, we can't, unfortunately, we can't revive the Younglings. Anakin already, he disposed of them. Sadly. Man, I really do miss the glory days of Star Wars. I feel like nowadays, Star Wars just doesn't really feel. Maybe it's because of the community being so divisive. Hey, what's up, Nezuko? Good to see you. How are things? And that would have been a better saying. I can't dispose the younglings.
Standing by for your order.
Yeah, I really do kind of miss the glory days though of Star Wars. I mean, I guess in all honesty, it's not doing too bad. It's just, I think we've reached a point where Disney has made the franchise a little bit oversaturated. It was a bit too much going on.
I can't delay my research, so I'll just leave them to you.
Yo, Liam, what's up, brother? How are the things? How are the things? How's your grind? Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Very, very glad to hear that. Blessings to both of you. I wish nothing but good things for you and the family. You're doing some cooking? Hey, love to hear it. Living the dream. That's awesome, brother. Love to hear it. That is the news I love to hear. As long as the two of you are in good spirits, that's what matters most. You know, honestly, I prefer main character here for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I like main characters' animations. Like she gives off more of a Jedi vibe than Rhythm. I'm gonna swap the characters again. I remapped the super jump to a button on the mouse instead of trying to use the control spacebar. It's so much better now. Oh yeah, when you can helix jump and it just feels more fluid, it's so satisfying. I totally know what you're talking about, Gramps. When you map it to like a certain button on your mouse, it's so fluid. It makes mobility so much better. Fleming's like, I'm the nightmare. Welcome. Okay, let me swap characters again. I have so much to farm for, but it'll be worth it because I'll get to 55. And then once I'm at 55, I can unlock the game. Let's see, yeah, let's use... Let's see here. Go back here for a second. What the heck? Didn't I choose my preset? There you go. Yeah, this just looks like a better Star Wars outfit for some reason. With the cloak and all that stuff. And it looks better with the light, like the actual, like the effect of the lumino, rather than the blue. What are you playing nowadays, Fleming? Are you dabbling in anything? Or are you kind of just vibing nowadays? Soul searching. I'm trying to find the next game before PoE 2 launch right now. A new game a day until one clicks. Yeah, I feel you, dude. I feel you on that. Like we're all just like Indiana Jones right now, just trying to look for the next big treasure for ourselves. I'm guessing nothing has really caught your eye yet. Dude, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you gotta get this skin. It's literally $1. It's so cool. Never would I have assumed that they would actually put a Star Wars themed weapon in the game. Like of all the weapons, I would have never assumed Star Wars would have been the chosen one. And even the description of the weapon itself is very Star Wars. Like you can tell these devs love Star Wars, or at least have some degree of like appreciation for it. Nothing yet 100%, other than biting the bullet and get the latest Assassin's Creed game finally. Oh yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? I've seen a few of my friends play the game, but it's always nice to hear other opinions. Have you dived into it deep enough to kind of share your thoughts, or are you still somewhat in the shallow end? Oh wow, okay. Okay, so you're considering biting the bullet. Gotcha. Okay, I thought you already bit the bullet. My bad. But you've already 100%ed other AAC games. Then I think you might enjoy the new one. Despite all the criticisms around the whole idea of there being, you know, like a black samurai, whatever, all that nonsense, I think the game actually was pretty good. Like when I watched it, it looked really, like, really polished. And I think they have like a DLC coming out for the game soon or something, if I'm not mistaken. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude, Lumino is actually a cool... I actually like Lumino, the actual class. I don't know what it is, but I just like... I like builds that give off a light, like a holiness to them, you know? I can't really put my finger on it, but anything that has like light and dark energy, or holy energy, it's kind of cool. So this Lumino class is pretty dope. I like it. And then also like, I don't know, I guess I like, I guess my favorite three would be water type, Anemo, or I guess wind, and then light, or Lumino in this case. I was more like the last two, maybe three AC launches were rough, so I let this one cook with bug fixes. That is true, yeah. The game initially did come out with a bit of, you know, a bit of bugs in the pan. So it's good that you waited, because a lot of people just jump on it and then, you know, they suffer the consequences. But it's good that you've at least considered the game. I love the ninja gameplay, but the samurai gameplay was kind of clunky. I really like the storytelling as always. Yeah, I think that's the one thing that I can really give credit to Ubisoft for, is when it comes to their stories, they definitely know what they're doing. And I just think we live in a world nowadays where things have changed so dramatically that Ubisoft has to like, they have to try and keep up with the trends, and I think them keeping up with all the trends has kind of robbed them of their, what made Ubisoft so cool. Because when I look back at the early 2000s, even the mid 2000s, Ubisoft was, they were peak, dude. I played all the AC games from AC1, AC2. I played almost all of them as they came out. I didn't fully complete them like Fleming did, but I definitely put a lot of hours into all the AC games up until I keep forgetting what it's called. It's the one where they're in Britain. The one where they're in Britain was like my favorite one. I think it's Syndicate. Is that Syndicate? Yeah, Syndicate. Okay, yeah. Syndicate was really cool. The voice acting in the game was great. I love the theme of the game. Like the setting was really cool. And it also like is a sci-fi game too, because like you're literally traveling in time. You know, it's a pretty sick idea that they had going on for the game. And I played a little bit of was it Black Flag? I think Black Flag too, but Black Flag initially had its fair share of issues, so I wasn't really too pleased with Black Flag, but the concept was there, and I liked the concept. The whole idea of like pirates and stuff was pretty sick.
Another step forward. As long as I keep proceeding, I'll get that.
Dude, I haven't got anything new yet. I've been farming this one thing for so long. I just want some new ones. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll take a break after this. And then I'll try and farm something else, and maybe that'll switch things up a little bit. Maybe that will give me some more luck. But that's definitely what I've heard from other people too, Gramps, is that the clunkiness of this the samurai just kind of was off-putting for people. The ninja part was really smooth and satisfying, but yeah, the samurai part. But then again, I mean, when I think about it, a samurai isn't supposed to feel very fluid and like floaty, you know? The samurai's got all his armor on, so he should feel a little bit weighty, but I guess from the perspective of other players, I guess it was like too weighty. It was far more clunky than it needed to be. I love the animation of this character. The animation is just so cool. And the voice actor for this character is surprisingly really good too. Where is he? Becca just killed everything before I got a chance to swing. Wild. There you go. Now we got something new. All right. Okay, let me actually go back to Truffle a little bit. Truffle is just too fun to play. It was too big of a difference making the choice of character too easy to play too easy. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you definitely want to have like the variety, right? You want to make it feel inviting. Like you want to make it feel as if players have a greater reason to want to use the samurai, but I guess in your case, as you mentioned, it's just not the same, you know. And I totally understand that. Like, you want the game to feel fully fleshed out.
Filbert, let's go, go, go!
I personally, you know, since we're on the topic of Ubisoft, I was actually looking forward to playing that Skull and Bones pirate game, but damn it, dude, they just fumbled that one so hard. Because we don't really have that many pirate games. The only pirate game that I kind of enjoyed was that Rare game.
Rushed out. I can't delay my research.
And I forgot what it's called now, because it's been so long. But that was a game I really enjoyed. Just because you can play with a bunch of friends and you can just travel by water. It kind of reminded me of Wind Waker. And just traveling around on boat with your friends and just taking care of all these pirates. Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. There you go, Sea of Thieves. My brain just logged in for a second there. Sea of Thieves was so fun, and I was like, man, if only more companies could take on that pirate theme a lot more. Because I like pirates. Pirates are pretty cool. It's a theme that not that many companies really place emphasis on. But when executed well, I think the pirate theme can be really fun and engaging. Because that's like, when I think about pirates, I really do feel it's like the epitome of what a multiplayer game would be. But what do pirates do? They always join together and they always just go, you know, chase treasure. I heard from a friend it wasn't even close to what was promised. Yeah, that I also heard as well, and that kind of makes me sad because, alright, Truffle with a gun is kind of concerning, but we'll continue with our conversation. But yeah, just seeing a young little girl with 2 Glocks in her hand is insane. But yeah, I definitely wanted an American build. Yeah, I definitely wanted Skull and Bones to be good. But yeah, not the devs' promises, but the game's promises. Yeah, exactly. It just didn't live up to expectation, and it's kind of sad. That's actually kind of crazy, Thumbing. That's a crazy. What you said was crazy. What you just said was crazy, dude. That just, my whole brain was filled with all of these breaking news, you know? Shootings. It's crazy. Makes me want to play this game. It actually is really fun. It really is. It's very satisfying. Like, I don't think there's any other game out there right now that allows you to play with a young girl with a pig. And you get to ride the pig and you get to attack things on the pig. Like, there's no other game like this. And then when you're off the pig, you can just shoot people. Oh, come on now, man. Come on now. You know what I'm talking about, Leo. Come on, brother. That's crazy. I don't know where your mind went there, dude. I'm talking about in the game, brother. This guy said crazy comps. Come on now, dude. You know what I'm talking about. That is crazy. I don't even think she's that young, though. She just looks young. But yeah, definitely try the game out. If it does pique interest, give it a try. You know, if you've played games like Warframe and stuff, then I think you'll come to enjoy the experience. If you're into the whole grind, it's quite fun. Don't want that in the VOD. No, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not like, obviously you're just joking, and the context was pretty appropriate for what I was saying, so it's not like it's not gonna do anything bad, dude. I'm sure anybody with a sensible mind will understand that I was just talking about the game, so you're good. I was just laughing because of just how you said it. Just like crazy comms, crazy comms. I'm gonna put a Glock in there. Whoa, what the heck was that? This is what they have to fix too. Some of the collision detection in the game is really off-putting. You guys are crazy. I've seen worse chats, man, believe me. What you guys are talking about is not that bad. Because we're only talking about the game. It'd be bad if we were really focusing on a specific topic and that topic was inappropriate, then it's different, but we're all obviously talking about the game in jest. By the way, have you seen the problem with upgrading the books in NDA? If you upgrade the green to blue, it costs 4 books to make 1 blue, and 1 green book gives 100%, while a blue book gives... Yes, I actually did it this morning. So just before I went live, I was actually checking the book costs, because I'm like, I wonder if I should just convert my greens into blues, because it'll give you the additional 100%, right? But then I was like, what the heck? Why does it cost 4? I'd rather not. I'd rather just keep my green books and just farm with those instead, at least for now. Because 4 books is quite a lot just to convert into 1. I was thinking maybe like 2. Like 2 seemed okay. That seems like a generally better number, but 4 was a bit much. Because you're only getting... So like, if I had 34 green books, I would only be able to get like 7 or 8 blue books. I'm like, what the heck? I don't want that. That's bad value. I'm spending more to get less. Oh yeah, of course, Liam. It's all in good jest here. It's all in good jest. No big deal here. On the side note, I know we talked about your mom and family in Jamaica. I read today that they're facing bad flooding due to the water table aquifer being full, so the water isn't receding in some areas. Yeah, you're very right. My mom kind of gave me the heads up on that yesterday, and she was just telling me how there's a lot of flooding and a lot of water issues happening, and so yeah, it's kind of bad over there right now. And the fact that Jamaica is an island, they're probably hit a lot worse because the infrastructure in Jamaica isn't as sophisticated, and for lack of a better term, it's just not. Yeah, it's not well structured. You know, Jamaica's a beautiful island, and there's a lot of wonderful beaches, wonderful places to visit and explore, but infrastructure there isn't as, let's say, well put together as here in the here in Japan or in the West, for example. So I can understand the hurricane definitely put a toll on the country. And my mom said they're sending help over there and stuff. Like, people from other parts of the world are sending their support, which I'm very happy to hear about. And Graham says, so you only get like 50% value from doing it. If you upgrade blue to purple, though, you get 100% value. Because it costs 4 blue to get 1 purple, but the purple gives double. Or triple, actually, because, yeah, blue is only 200 and then purple's 800. Yeah, that's more value. That's a justifiable trade. But green to blue just seems like it's a bit much. That's why I've been trying to save my greens, but every time I log into the game, I always want to farm, so I never get a chance to save, but I should probably start saving up more. But thank you for keeping me up to date as well, Fleming. That really means a lot, brother. Thank you. I know it's a small little gesture that you've just done, but it means a lot to me because my family's there, and obviously I'm not there to you know, console them or whatever, or keep them in good spirits, but I do my prayers for them, and I'm sure that's way more than enough. So a prayer can make a big difference in someone's life, as long as it's meaningful. Purple will save you time with 100% value, but blue will not. Yeah, exactly. So I think what I'll do is, after every daily reset, I'm just gonna start saving up more of my greens and just start depositing some blues in there little by little until I rack up enough blues to get more purples. And of course I want to get the golds. Also, ads just hit on Twitch, so if you're not subscribed, but you'd like to avoid all these pesky ads on Twitch, well, you probably can't hear me now because you're in the ads, but if you are using some ad blocker and you are still here, then yeah, throw your boy $5 and help make the stream better. Anytime. I've never been in a category 5, but I know how the aftermath is sometimes worse than the main hit. Oh yeah, because that, you know, that's why they always say the calm before the storm, right? The aftermath was far, far worse than the actual storm itself. Like, the storm can hit, but you don't really get to see the real ramifications of said, you know, natural disaster until much later. You know, buildings falling apart, people losing electricity due to lack of, or people losing food due to a lack of electricity and lights, and like the aftermath is far scarier, I feel. Like I feel like if I was in a category 5, like I feel like I can deal with the whole severity of the wind blowing, because I've okay, so for me in Japan, I've dealt with some pretty not extreme. Like, I wasn't here for the big, you know, earthquake back in 2011, but I've definitely experienced a large degree of shakes in Japan when it comes to earthquakes. So when it comes to natural disasters, I can definitely say from experience alone, I've been in some fair share of scary moments, but the aftermath is definitely the worst part. Yeah, that's what I meant, Gramps. Yeah, I guess maybe my words were a bit misconstrued, but yeah, what I meant was, yeah, I want to save the blues when I use the greens, because what I want to do is, like, whenever I log in, I want to try and save my greens up, and then I'll just convert them to blue, and then I'll save some blues as I go, and then that way, as I accumulate more blues, I'll just convert them. Then that way I'll have more purple to utilize. And yeah, no worries, it's all good. I mean, maybe my words were just a bit mixed up. I don't know why in my brain I'm still laughing at Liam's comment. In my mind I'm still laughing because I can just hear like Liam's voice and like in that British accent. Yo, crazy combs, mate. Crazy combs. His like quiet, laid back voice. Yo, crazy combs, mate. Crazy combs.
Special commissaries here. Sweet venom going down your throat.
Well, time to... Oh, never mind. Fleming got him. Fleming got him pretty quickly. I was about to throw down the banhammer, but thank you. No, that's all good, Gramps. No problem.
Let's have a celebratory.
No worries, dude. No stress.
No, that'd be a waste of food.
Just do my one job. Man, so one of the things that I've always wanted to do is when things do get better as far as my stream and just, you know, the career as a whole, one of the things I've always wanted to do was to give back to my mods. And so there will come a time when you guys will get compensated for your efforts. So until then, I appreciate you being here. Oh, I need one more to get a huge beefy 1200. That's actually really good. What is this one? Oh, this increases Lumino attack. The recurrent skill duration. Oh, this is actually good for Lumino. Yeah, this is actually good. This is a good Lumino, whatchamacallit, wedge. Was dotting some American? No, it's all good, dude. You're good. And that is true, Gramps. That is true. That is true. Alright, let's see if I can get the last one. That 1200 should be a lot. Like, that should really boost me close to the 55. And once I get to 55, the door will finally open and I can ascend Truffle and a few other characters I like. Are you playing in the NA server or something, Liam? Is that what you're doing? And is Nezuko playing with you, or is she playing something else? Dude, this jazz music while I'm kicking people in the face with a pig is oddly satisfying.
The enemies have stopped attacking for now.
On NA with big boy streamers, Shobek, Airly, and Sony. Nice.
Tons of enemies.
Oh, so you've already reached out to those creators in Guild Wars? That's awesome, man. Yeah, keep that up, dude. If Guild Wars 2 is really speaking to you and it resonates, you're doing the right thing by reaching out to some of the bigger creators. Oh, nice. Okay, so you already have like a good connection. That's awesome, dude. Good stuff. Yes, I got all of them. I got all the wedges now for this particular wedge category. What are you playing, by the way, Nezuko? Are you playing with Liam too, or are you playing something else? I know last time you were kind of upset about the whole New World thing because you had to wait in queue for a long time. Are you playing anything new nowadays, or what? Yes, I finally have this category finished. You know how long this one took? Because there's so many wedges in this one category. Let's see this. Finally, dude. That's a huge, huge boost. This is probably one of the largest XP. Yeah, this one, how much is there? 12. This is probably the most that you've had to farm out of all of the different items or wedges. This one was the longest one. 12 out of 12 and we got that done. And that's 1200. That's a huge boost. You're playing a MOBA, okay. Is it a well-known one? Is it like, is it League? Is it Dota? Is it Heroes of the Storm? Smite? Oh, that's a massive jump. Yeah, now I'm at 3800. So now if I log in again tonight, that's another 600 that I get. So we're going to be pretty close to leveling up. Oh, Smite 2. Let's go. Very nice. I can't say that I was, you know, a huge MOBA guy. I did play Dota 2 for a bit, but I can't say that it's like a game that I would, or a genre rather, that I would typically play. Okay, so now I want to get this gold. I want to get this Whispering Zephyr, because this actually, it boosts my skill damage for 6 seconds if I use combat skills. Now I'm assuming combat skill refers to their skills, so I'd like to see what I can do with this. I'll be honest though, so okay, so one of the things that I'm kind of getting a bit bored with is defense. I think defense can use a little bit more work. This particular mode is getting quite dry, if I'll be really honest. There's a lot of dryness to it. It doesn't really feel as exciting to play. Comparing that to other modes where, you know, if I'm doing like a, I don't know, if I'm doing like, let's say, where is it? Is it Blessed Vanguard? Yeah, Expulsion's really fun. I like Expulsion a lot. Just a quick get in, get out type of vibe. You got over 150 days in playtime. Let's go. In Smite 1, that's awesome. What would you say are some of your favorite aspects about the game? Like, what drew you to Smite over, let's say, League or Dota? Like, what is it about the game that really drew you in? Dude, Rebecca is so insane that I don't have a chance to even kick someone in the mouth because they're already dead. Dude, throwing a pig at somebody is... Imagine just you see some little kid just chucking a big pig in front of you. Just comical. Oh nice, another new one. That's another 100 points there. Dude, I swear I started the stream with 30. I swear I had like 30 green books and now I'm down to 10. Unreal. But I really can't wait to get to 55 because then I want to actually go back to the immersive theater and I want to try my hand at going solo with I want to try and solo IT with Truffle. Cuz I actually did a solo run with her, just her alone. And I was able to solo a boss with her. So it's very doable. So I have over an 8,000 HP. Like, I'm pretty buffed. Nothing's killing me right now. Like, shoot, surprisingly, this girl is a really, really strong on-field unit. I know that she was designed, or at least she was marketed towards being a support character, but she actually hits like a truck. She hits pretty hard. Like, she's doing like 40k, sometimes more than that per kick. And then in the actual IT, the immersive theater, she does like over 200,000 damage per kick because of the the buff you get. Because anemo characters get a buff in that dungeon. Actually quite satisfying. Just curb stomping all these bosses with a pig is an unreal feeling. Again, this is why I just can't stop playing the game. Like, when you find a character that's like really fun, you just can't stop playing. Like, everyone else, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but I feel like everyone else, their kit kind of follows the same type of trope that you typically find in other, you know, other type of action games. But Truffle is very, very unique. I don't think there's any other game out there right now from recent memory that has allowed you to ride on a pig of this size and just karate kick everything. I don't think there's any game that does that. And if I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but I really don't think there's any game out there that allows you to ride a pig of this size and just literally Mr. Miyagi every single enemy you see. It's not even Karate Kid's Karate Pig. And the crazy thing about her pig, when you throw it, it travels so far and it hits like multiple times. So it actually has some utility to it. Okay, after this, I'm gonna do a Wordle break. I'm gonna try to incorporate Wordle into my streams more. No, that'd be a waste of food. I like her voice lines, they're just always funny. Alright, a little bit of a break. I'll do some Wordle. Okay, so how far are we now? So 3975. Okay, we're getting there. If we can get to 4,000. If we can get over just over 4K and then we get the additional 600 tonight, that'll put us at just like 1,000 left over. But if we can continue to farm a lot more, whatchamacallit, if we continue to farm more wedges, I think we'll hit it. So let's see here. I want to open up Wordle. Alright, I'm on a 1-day streak. Let's see, it's so bright, goodness gracious. Alright, let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so H is definitely there. Okay, H, okay, wow, okay, we have a lot. Let's see. Sure. I'm too good at this game. I'm too good at this game, dude. I'm really good. I'm too good at Wordle. See ya. My Wordle game is just too crisp. Let me just share that in Discord real fast. My World game is too crisp. I want to see how... I think the longest streak I've had with Wordle was like 20 days of me just clearing it out. 20-day streak of me just getting all the words right. Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm saving up all my points here. But I really do like this little event here, because every time you do any type of thing in the game, you just collect bonus coins. And so the next reset, I'll be getting 44,000 coins for free, which is nice. So let's see, Mystic Maze I can also get. I should probably finish this off too. I need to get this done. Wow, it resets in 5 days. So I want to get to 28,000 because there's still a lot that I can get. 18 of these letters. Wow, there's a ton of them. All right, let's do this for a little bit. The question is, who do we rock with? You know what? Let's just go with it. Let's just go with Truffle. I don't even know why I had to even ask myself that question. It's like, come on, man. You know what you want to use. Let's see. So let's get a lamp wick. And I hope they add more to this end game too, like this what's it called, Myriad Maze. I hope, or Mirage Maze, whatever. I hope they add more to it, especially enemies. It seems very light on the enemies. I feel like there's just a lack of enemies to kill in this mode. So if they added a little bit more, I'd be pretty happy. It's like I'm throwing a fireball at people. Hadouken! Hadouken! Melee weapon attack damage. Increases sanity auto recovery. I don't even think I'll need it, but we'll get it anyway. Because my sanity is always up with this character. Do you have like a favorite character so far in the game, Gramps? Also, this music has been very, very chill. I'm really liking this playlist today. These are all like remixes of some of my favorite childhood games. This is like a city pop remix of Marvel. This is X-Men. I think Rise of the Apocalypse, if I'm not mistaken. And as you folks already know, I'm a huge fan of X-Men, so this resonates a lot. Spawns. Okay, anything that spawns, I'll be good. Anything that gives me a minion, I'm always happy with. It's so cool that all of us are playing our own respective games, though. Like, Nezuko's playing Smite 2, and Liam's playing Guild Wars 2. Fleming's just vibing, finding his game. I'm playing Duet Night. Gramps, I think, is also playing Duet Night. Like, we all have a good variety of games to play, which is nice. Oh yeah, and then Cake is also playing Arc Raiders. I don't know if Cake is still here, but yeah, Cake was playing Arc Raiders earlier. I've been going with the main character and Rebecca and Truffle as companions. Nice, very nice. Yeah, those two as companions are just really strong. Rebecca especially, you know, if you run around with Rebecca, you just clear everything. You can just go to the washroom, come back, and everything's done for you. Randy kind of feels the same way. Randy also kind of trivializes the game in a lot of ways because he just sits there and he puts up a big wall, and enemies who walk through the wall, they take damage, and he literally just sits in his chair and he just watches enemies get deleted. So he's a great farming character, I feel. Just like with well, Rebecca can be used both ways, just like Truffle can. Like Truffle and Rebecca can be used both on field and as companions, and they do insane damage. Like I was very surprised that Rebecca was just doing crazy amounts of damage to enemies. And I'm looking forward to when they add more buffs to the immersive theater, because right now Anemo is like the talk of the town just because Anemo is the talk of the town just because, you know, Psyche is the banner character. Oops. But I imagine that when the new banner drops for the I think for Fina, I think Hydra's gonna be cooking like crazy. One thing I do hope is that they just make characters fun. Whenever they release a new character, I just want them to make the character fun and engaging. Like, this is my bias, of course, but I hope they give us more animals to use. Like, I actually hope they give us more animals to summon and like use on the fly. I just love animals. Especially ones that can just run over you. And the fact that you can do it mid-air too is pretty sick. So you can just stall yourself in mid-air and just like go for a combo. When dealing damage, also deals bonus AoE damage equal to 20% of max HP. Oh, I have a lot of HP. That's going to be good then. Nice. Defeating an enemy increases my max HP. That's pretty good. First boss.
The commissary's coming. Bid farewell to your hunger.
Dead. Oh my gosh, man. I think the summon should be there. Yeah, I'll go increase their attack. Dude, those bosses didn't even stand a chance. Now I'm excited to get to the end game boss, or the last boss of this thing.
This is gonna hurt.
But I do hope they add a little bit more variety to the weapons that we can use in the game too. I know we have quite a bit so far. I mean, we have dual pistols, we have solo pistols, we have shotguns, we have whip swords and katanas. It would be cool though if they added a little bit more variety, but making the variety feel more meaningful, I guess. Because some of the weapons that we're using at the moment don't really give off the same feel. It would be cool to see like some sort of like cloud sword, you know, like that big berserk looking cloud sword. I know we have daggers, so it'd be cool if we got like dual blades or something. Unless I'm mistaken, it's already there, but I don't know. I know they have katana in the game. Like dual blade would be kind of sick. Sword and shield would be pretty cool. Like this is why I was saying earlier in my video that I wish they added parry in the game, because if they introduce sword and shield, then you can literally just play like a parry character. That'd be crazy. Okay, well my character attack is pretty low because I'm not really attacking. Oh, whatever. Nothing good. Okay, I'll have to do the Abyssal Echo. I'm always going to the red doors, but I gotta probably do more of the purple doors to get some extra buffs. But I imagine that adds more to your level up in this maze. See here, skill damage, ignore. Okay, so this increases my morale. So when dealing skill damage, ignores the target's defense by 60 when HP is below 100 and 30 when HP is 100. So I'm only going to be getting a 30% defense ignore. I mean, that's not that bad, actually. Alright, let's go to this purple. Let's see what we get in purple. Will we get buffed or debuffed? Let's find out. What do we get? No time for reading. Select a blue tier ember. Okay, gain a... Okay, so price. Embers are a minus 100. Gain a purple tier. Embers are 200. I mean, I have a ton of embers. Give me a golden tier one. Ooh, yeah. Here we go. So ignores the target's defense by 60%. So does that stack with the previous one? Because I had 30 plus this 60, so would that be 90%?
Give me the food, or else I'll smash
I'm not too sure how that would actually work. We got deleted. Like I can spam that pig throw all day. Skill range, that's actually good too. Skill range is pretty good for me. That skill spam is crazy. Okay, let's see if I get another one. I'll try the echo again. Let's see if I get another buff. Gets a random bird. Okay, so this one, the random bird is always a buff and a debuff. I'll just get a Lampwick. I'll just play it safe here. When taking damage, gains 20% damage dealt for 10 seconds. Well, let's do this. Just be more of a tank. Truffle the tank. Alright, so this one is another boss room. And you're deleted. And you're dead. Dude, he didn't even get a chance to play the game. He just logged into his account. He's like, alright guys. Didn't even get a chance to swing. Speaking of swing, well, I guess this doesn't make much sense, but I was just scrolling through YouTube last night before bed, and I came across Keith Flint. I'm sure you folks who know who Keith Flint is, and if you don't, well, then look up The Prodigy and you'll know. But yeah, I was just doing some YouTube scrolling, and it was kind of cool and a bit sad to hear about how Keith passed. You know, he died alone, which was crazy to me because he had such a huge following with his band. I'm a fire starter. Yeah, like I actually love The Prodigy a lot. Like they're an incredible band. Very, very creative, and I would say like pioneered a lot of what we hear today as far as music and sound. Like Liam was incredible on a DJ set. And then of course Keith and Maxim were just crazy. No, I think he sadly passed away by hanging, which was, you know, very unfortunate to hear because he had such a, you know, of course his life was pretty wild. He had such an explosive energy to him, but this is why we can't always judge a book by its cover, because we see somebody who was like super explosive on stage. Like this guy was controlling everybody with his actions and his wild flamboyant style. But you know, towards the end of his life, he tried turning things around, and actually he was on a good road toward recovery. But the unfortunate thing that happened to him was he went through a very, very tumultuous relationship with his then wife at the time, and apparently that left him so devastated, and I think that's what led him to his untimely passing. So the point I'm trying to make here is, please be good to each other. Please take care of each other. I guess that's the point I was trying to make. You know, I would never wish anything upon anybody, especially in that, you know, in that state or just any state. But please take care of each other. Please love each other more. You know, I know we all go through ups and downs in life, but to hear of someone passing away by themselves without any help, especially someone as big as him, you know, this is somebody who literally was on top of the world in the late 90s. One album completely skyrocketed his entire career into the stratosphere. And even later on in his years, they made a comeback with a lot more albums, but it just goes to show you that, you know, fame and fortune doesn't equate to one's enjoyment or one's happiness. And so, please take care of yourself out there. Be good to one another. Please be good to one another. Yeah, Robin Williams is a very, very good example. Another incredible human being taken away just due to, you know, many people looking at him and thinking, wow, he's so happy and he's so joyful, and he brought so much laughter and he brought so much energy to the films that he made. For me, he was a childhood, like he was an inspiration to me growing up. I watched all of his films growing up in the 90s. Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji, Hook. You know, so many great films that he's made. But yeah, just be good to each other. You just never know. You never know what someone's actually going through nowadays. And even though Keith passed away, you know, several years ago, it just kind of reminded me of the importance of being kind and just being a good person and surrounding yourself with other good people. Because the worst thing I would want for anybody is to experience life, or at least the last days of their life alone.
You'll get yours next time, just you wait.
Like that to me was the most alarming thing, was being on top of the world, and yet the world didn't give you any attention when you really needed it the most. That to me is what kind of made it all the more sad. Now, I'm not trying to derail the stream or anything. Just trying to make, trying to bring light to a situation that I feel is important. I think all of us need to be a little bit more self-aware of our actions toward others, but also it's really important that we make sure that we keep company, good company. Because we never know that time will come when we need somebody. Oh, this is good. It's not bad. Skill damage ignores 50% of the target defense. For each type of Lambwick owned, this effect is reduced. Okay. So I'm not using my range weapon at all. So I don't mind getting the additional 30% and losing weapon damage because I'm not even using it. But by the time I karate kick this boss, he'll be dead. Let's see. This is final boss. Final boss. Let's see if I can knock him out. Oh yeah, you're dead.
Not bad, I must say. Keep it up.
Dude, her health is deleted. Dude, Piggy tanked all that. Piggy tanked all of that. That was literally a Tickle Me Elmo moment. That tickles. That was literally a moment of just, you can't hurt me. Definitely the fastest clear I've done so far. Wanted to make a joke. You had a kid riding a cop with a Glock earlier. It's just funny. Like these character creations that these games come up with is just so funny, dude. I wish more games would do more of that. Just be more open to creating things that are just wonky and crazy. It adds so much more flair to the game. Like, I can sit here all day and literally play this character. I'll get more shield then. What else can we get? Defense? This is 100. I guess we'll get smash attack for weapons if I ever do use a melee character or something. Oh, we're so close, dude. 27,000. So we're missing the last 4,500, but we have a lot now. 36k back in my pocket. As it has the same kind of systems as TFD, I figure you should get weapon track shift modules and track shift modules whenever you can to be able to min-max the characters. I believe that is the case in this game too, although I would need to do more extensive research to make sure that those things exist. But I do feel like they do, because you can min-max. But I don't know if it's to the extent that TFD, at least not yet. They'll probably add that in later on, like the more in-depth stuff.
Give me the food,
Oh.
or else I'll smash you.
Where is... Oh, there he is. There's a Ginimon. No. No, I want Genimon. Whee! There he is. Yay! Alright, I got one Genimon. I also like Truffle because she rolls. Other characters, they just dodge, but she just rolls. Then she just slides into home base. Her animations are just comical, dude. So comical. Alright, so we've beaten that Mystic Maze. That's good for now. And it is permanent, so it'll be there for a while. Anything else I can do for now? Come on, ads. Yeah, I think that's something they'll add in eventually, Gramps. 'Cause right now, as far as weapons, I mean, combat, really? Where? What combat? Because yeah, in the armory section, as far as melee weapons, like, they don't have anything else other than just smelting your weapon to get the additional boost. And then your attributes, your wedges, are kind of like relics from Warframe, but nothing crazy though. So I hope they do add something in at some point. Alright, I need to change this up. I need to change my girl out a little bit. So if you match the track shift modules to match the symbol with the demon wedge, they cost less. It seems to be the case, yeah. So I would need to match it. I haven't really dived deep into that, but yeah, that is definitely a good thing to look out for. Because right now this wedge is a circle. And so this one, okay, this one is, what is it? Changing the slots track will affect every demon wedge. So yeah, currently I have like a diamond, the moon. So this one is gonna cost me one module. Yeah, I have to figure this out more. I haven't really dived deep into that area yet. I've kind of just been throwing things together. So I should probably look into that more. That way you can upgrade the demon wedges much more and still fit in the same amount of resource. That is true. Yeah, I had to figure out how to make better use of these sets. Let me actually put this as a Truffle 1 for now. And then I'll maybe make another one and I'll test it out. So if we adjust the slot tracks, this one, let's say I put this as a fire, whatever this one is. So this one would be uplift. So this is going to cost me 12. So uplift originally cost me... Oh, so it actually removes it. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to get the best bang for your buck. So I guess what I'll do then, I'll look at the Demon's Wedge 2. So this one's going to cost 12. So this is 97, but we'll add more in with the wedges here. So it actually removes... It actually removes it from the first set that you have, which is really, really odd, but okay. And then Squall Wildfire. So this I want to, this is a diamond one, right? So this is diamond. We put this here. This costs 11. And so we don't want attack, we just want all HP. So Nirvana. Nirvana for sure. Nirvana is a crescent moon. We put Nirvana here. And we can do it multiple times, right? No, the other one can. The one with the face you can do multiple times. Okay, so this one we don't need. Yeah, we've done this. So this one I'm curious about. So this is the one that I'm thinking of using, but I want to use the gold version. But when an emo character uses combat skills, it gains a 14% skill damage boost. Now, we only really make use of our HP here. So I gotta be stacking HP. HP, sanity, and duration. But I do want to add in some skill damage because it's still important, I feel. And we do use the whip sword. But this is just it just damages the whip sword. Like, we're only getting damage for this. Intrepidity. Oh, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, let's just put one in here. So, Helix, Leap. This is a Nemo damage. This is good. Now we're back to 97. Okay. So there aren't that many good purple ones right now that I'm looking for. Most of them seem to be attack. Okay, sanity is not bad and duration's okay. So I guess we can put this. This is a... What is this? A circle? You should check which symbol the gold one has and put that symbol in the slot where you want to slot it. Yeah, that's true. Whatever this one is, yeah. So it's probably going to be this this little circle. So I'll just put the circle here so that way when I do get the gold one, I can put it right here and it'll save up a little bit more. I do want to try it though, because it does increase skill damage. How much are we paying for? Wow, so we only paid 10. That's actually quite huge. It went from 19 to 10. That's a lot. Or now we're at 12, but that's still a lot. Yeah, this one I think we've already maxed out. This one we're at 5 tolerance, so we've gained 5. I think we'll get more tolerance once we ascend. Because right now we're stuck at 60. So once we ascend to 70, this should go up over 100. So we should have a little bit more. Alongside the middle wedge. Let's see. So do I want... So max sanity and skill duration I think is good. This is another circle one. Okay, so this one... Yeah, so max sanity is always not bad. It only cost me 6. Okay. So we still need more HP though. HP, I want to get that to 6k again. Or over 6k. Because before I had it over 6k like crazy. So we don't need attack. Just need HP. This Pokemon music is very chill. So this is minus. Okay, so Nirvana. Okay, this is 5 HP. What is this? So this one doesn't have any of the things on it. So I guess the higher you go, I just realized. So some of these don't have them. Some of them do. Like purples have the icons, but some of the blue ones, they only have numbers. So I guess that's something else to look out for. Now we're at... Oops. So now we're at 5548. Anything else I can boost up my HP with here? There's got to be something that I can use to boost my HP. Okay, this is HP and shield. This only gives me +3. Is there anything that I didn't use earlier? I swear I have so many of these, and yet... Most of them are just for attack. Like Blaze I have so many of. Quick question. Where were you as much of a sucker as me when doing the mission with the other main character? Oh, I really loved the last act. The last act of this game was fantastic. I think it was really well done. As far as the direction they were taking, I definitely feel like they did an amazing job of just capitalizing off the emotion that was brought upon you, and the build up towards the end was very satisfying. It was very, very satisfying. I personally liked it a lot. What's the real difference here? Wildfire versus Squall. The only difference I see here is just a percentage difference in duration. I guess this one gives you range. Ah, yeah, this gives me range and this gives me duration. So duration is probably what I want more. This is a diamond, so we can probably take it off. And where is it? Where's Midnight Sun? Yeah, because this gives us more range. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. And so... skill damage. Damn, dude, there's still nothing here. I really want HP. I mean, I guess I'll have to just use a cheap green one for now. Because everything just gives me shield and things I don't really need. This one, I guess, is not bad. It gives me attack and HP, but I'll just take it for the attack. Yeah, because now we're at 6,024. So we're actually well above what we need now. So if I can get a couple more purples of these two, then we should be nice. And then once I hit level 70, then I should be nice as well. But I definitely agree with you, Gramps. I feel like the second half of the story was really, really well done. I personally preferred it more than the first half. If I'll keep it a buck. Alright, so now we're at 6,024. We have a longer skill duration, more skill damage. Now let's compare that to what we had before. And we still have a lot more to use. Like, we have a ton more tolerance that we can work with. That's why I'm just like, dude, I want to get more purples. It really would be nice to get more purples, but... or even these ones. Like, if I can get some of these blaze ones, I can do it multiple times. This is just max sanity. Eternity. But I don't know if I even have multiple ones of that, do I? I do. But this is just more the duration of time. I would much rather... because attack isn't going to help me here. Duration, sure. I guess max sanity isn't that bad. I guess I could rock with max sanity and more skill duration, but I need HP. HP stacking is the way to go. That way my damage is higher and my healing is higher too. So I guess we'll just have to wait for this one and wait till level 70 to unlock this. But everything else is better though. At least I have a good chunk of tolerance left over. Because before I was maxed out. At least now I should be okay. And then this one I also have to save up a little bit more. But this one I think we're okay. I'm not really using the weapon that much. I'm using the weapon only for its stats. Because I get plus 50%. And then every time I hit a bonus effect on it, I get more HP. So this is like a really good weapon for Truffle. I would say this is like her best. This is supposed to be a weapon for Sybil, but it's really, really good on her. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are actually pretty good. And I'm looking forward to when they actually give me a better pole arm to use. Bow is okay. I actually have her bow. I have the bow, but yeah, actually, I got this one. This is her actual skin. So I pulled on the banner. I got this 5-star skin. It's actually really nice. But I don't think I would want to be using this just because it just adds more skill duration. It randomly grants other allies one of the fun. Yeah, this is more of a support weapon. This is not for me, like being on field. Like if I was using her as a companion, this would be better, but I'm using her mostly on field for now, so. I think we're good there. Who else do I want to build? I built so many characters, but I think the ones that I like the most, definitely number one is Truffle. That for sure I really, really like. I guess I can level up Doggy here. Give him some more of this cream. In case I run into another pyro character I like. I can probably ascend him, right? Yeah, I can. I have a lot of doggos I can ascend him to. And this gives more pyro attack damage. Okay, so that also gives me ascension points too, or trial XP points. Okay. That's good to know. Unfortunately, I could probably get your boy to ascend as well, but I have to find him again. I have this shiny here. So I have to go searching for some of these guys. Oh, I can level this guy up for electro characters, and then I can ascend him. This should bump him up. So I get 50 trial XP, which is not too bad. Okay, so now I'll leave it at that. Come back later and do, oh wow, I can do a lot more. Oh, this is a shiny version. So I'm gonna actually do this upgrade too. If I can upgrade them a little bit more and just get anything to level up my characters, or get my trial XP up, I'm pretty happy. Oh yeah, we're good. So that's 50 points again. And I probably can ascend it again. But I'm going to save my yum-yums. That's actually kind of important. I don't want to waste them too much. I'm not really using the characters or the genie mons right now, so I'll save it. Alright. Let's see. Anything else I need to do here? So I definitely want to get this skin. I want to get this or before Christmas I want to get this. So the thing is, there's like 20 days left. And I would love to just grab this skin for the holidays. Because it's a very nice skin. What do we have for the week? Nice. Okay, so we got some blue books. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And so yeah, as far as the grind, I've already farmed these bosses. So I don't really see any reason to farm them anymore. Not until I get to level 60. Or 70, sorry. When I get to 70, I think there'll be more incentive to gonna go back and fight those bosses again. But I think for now, we are good. I'll probably swap off for now. Maybe we'll jump into some Torchlight for a little bit before I call it a day. Because as far as farming is concerned, I think we've farmed enough. I think 2 hours of farming is an appropriate time to stop. Otherwise, it'll just start to get a little bit too repetitive. So I will just wait until reset happens tonight, and I'll come back and I'll play off stream. But yeah, let's swap games for now. I've had fun. Got my little fix, you know, my little Duet Net Abyss fix. Alright. Alright, let's just do a little bit of whatchamacallit, TLI. So let's see. Selena, endgame farming. Okay. There's this torchlight. Also, thank you for those who did come through and just chilled for... Who just chilled out for the Duet Night Abyss stuff. I appreciate you. But for now, we're gonna just wrap things up with a little bit of torchlight. Won't go too long. On YouTube, my title does still say Duet Night, but it's fine. Can probably just change it. I'll just do this to make it easier. I will do... We'll do this. Endgame farming, and then we'll do TLI after. Yeah, that way people know what the heck I'm doing. There you go. Normally I would just play one game on stream, but today I just felt like swapping between both. Alright, let's change this music a little bit. I love Pokemon, but it's a bit too relaxing. Just a bit too much. Oh, here we go. I need some good mapping music. So they did patch something. Fix an issue with the Outlaw gameplay where the settlement process was abnormal. Gotcha. Okay. Once again, thank you to those who came through for Duet Night Abyss. More to come with that game. But right now, I am looking forward to just doing a little bit of farming with another favorite game of mine right now. Big shoutouts once again to the team on Torchlight Infinite. I'm officially now a partnered creator with the game, and it feels great to say that. So look forward to more content for Torchlight very soon. This is definitely going to be one of the videos I will make for this build, but I need more time to really cook with the build and get it all fine-tuned. But look forward to more of that. We're almost hitting like the later part of the game again. We're getting there. But I gotta get back to the millions of damage, like 100 million. So I still have a lot to do. Like I want to start really nailing down the hundreds of millions and hopefully get into the billions with this build. Because the one thing that I had trouble with Moto 1 was that it was tough to push him beyond what I could. Like I got to 95 with him, but it just felt really tough to get him well beyond that 100 million mark. So far with this build, I've been able to like level up very, very fast. It's clearing out every single mob within my path. Oh wow. I'm really enjoying this character too. I'm enjoying the versatility that this class provides. Like Selena is her name in the game. The more I play with her, the more I realize like how much fun she is. And I can like swap between her different stances, which is pretty cool. I just like, I don't know, I guess that kind of defines my playstyle, you know? I like characters that have this unique sense of, a unique way of playing the game. Like Moto obviously isn't really unique in that he's just a minion enjoyer. And I love minions. so he's like a default pick for me. But characters like Selena, where you get to take on a different stance, and that stance affects your gameplay, is pretty cool. Nice. Okay, this is elemental resistance, spell damage. I don't really know if I need this one. This is all blue. Look how fast that was. Just an easy map. This is why this game is great, because like the mapping is so quick. The mapping is quick. The gameplay's fun. And I think last night I was actually changing a few things up. I was altering some of the maps or the atlas in this game, so that way it feels different every time. But I was playing Dream a lot, and Dream is that one time, like for those who've been watching for a while, like I'll sometimes transport myself into like a blue map. And that was like one atlas mechanic, but I was like, you know what, let me try something new. So now I have like another mechanic tied to what I'm doing now, which is like this outlaw. So this is this mechanic is really fun because you just kill a bunch of bots, but these bots give off so much reward, especially when you level up and go to like the higher tiers. But I wanted to use this build primarily for it because this build in particular is really good for dealing with a bunch of mobs really fast. Whereas Moto 1 wasn't necessarily the best for it, because Moto 1 I feel does really good with small armies, you know. But Selena can really delete like a whole entire mob of enemies that attack her, because her AoE damage is really strong. And I've never really tried the channeling abilities, and what that is basically moves that you, the player, don't have to like press a button. Like basically the way it works is if there's like a special beam in a game, or in my case I'm using chain lightning, the game just automatically shoots the beam out or shoots the electricity out for you, and all you have to do is just walk around and just let the attacks do the work for you, which is nice. It takes a lot of stress off my fingers at times, because it can definitely get really straining if I'm constantly clicking things. But now I'm just using 4 of my fingers, or rather 3, sorry, to maneuver my character around. And I'll use the mouse, of course, to navigate if I need to, but most of the time I'm just running around and positioning. Yeah, Gramps, let me know when you get to at least 50. I want to try and see if we can do the weekly bounty together. It's the one where you can unlock some of the blueprints for the gold wedges. Dude, these guys sucking my life away like that is crazy. Wow, dude. These guys just sapping my life like that is wild. I'll probably drop a guide for this once I hit like the higher time marks. It'll be a while. I've learned to really slow down when it comes to creating my content now. And it feels so much better. It feels so much better to give myself time to really think and strategize my content more. It gives me a chance to just enjoy the journey a little bit more. And then really come up with fun ways to make the video stand out. Okay, so this is basically a new mechanic I put into the map. And this is essentially me trying to stop all these machines from getting to the statue. And so you can see here that my treasure is increasing. And so the more I defend, the more reward I get. Oh wow, I almost died there. The machine's almost dead. Kind of like defend the castle in a way, this mode. Alright, so I've got no stacks of reward there, sadly. That's like one mode I'm trying to figure out a little bit more, because I haven't tried it before. So I want to see exactly what rewards I can get once I'm able to really beat it. This build is kind of AFK as well. I don't have to move. Oh, no. It wasn't even that. That wasn't even the reason why I swapped over. I just felt like I did my farming in that game. I wasn't leaving DNA behind. It was just I felt like I did what I had to do. There are just some like you said before, right? There are just some games where you get in and you get out. And right now I'm like so deep into the end game that it's like, okay, I'm just gonna get in, do my farming for a little bit, and then just dip out. I'm just waiting patiently for when they add a little bit more. And of course when I get to 55, because once I hit 55, then I can actually level up everything again. So it'll feel fun to redo the the immersive theater again, and just redo my immortal runs with a higher ranked team. But no, I was having a blast playing that. I was having fun playing DNA. Uh-oh. Okay, not bad drops. Oh, okay. Never. You know what? Honestly, Gramps, I'm so dumb. Sorry. My brain literally just. My brain. No. I misunderstood you. My brain literally was thinking about the games that I was playing. And I was like, wait a minute. No. I had to reread what you said. It's like, no. The content, because I was talking about the content. Yeah. I actually. Yeah, you're right though. There was nothing wrong with the content before. I just feel like now I would like to take a little bit more time to really. Just to really conceptualize what I want to deliver. Again, not that my content was bad before, but after seeing so many videos recently of people just kind of throwing out misinformation and whatnot. It just compelled me. It compelled me to want to take a little bit more time with how I make my content. Not to throw shade at those creators. It's just more of like, I think it'd be good if I can take my time and not allow myself to run into this whole trend of, you know, speed means success. It's like, no, not really. Just because you do something quickly doesn't mean that it's successful. Sometimes just going slow, it can actually be a lot more rewarding. And that's just because you take greater time to make it feel and look good. Well, I was actually watching this YouTube video, and this was like about the whole late bloomers thing I brought up before. But I really do feel like we've come to a point in, at least in this world that we live in, where I feel like a lot of what we consume is really all about speed. Like, a lot of people just have stopped caring about taking things slow. And we live in a culture now where everybody just wants to see results quickly. Whether it's, you know, fast food or a relationship, or, you know, everything recently has been all about fast. You know, you gotta get these fast clicks, you gotta, you know, and it's just like, it's kind of reminded me that I need to slow down. Because this is why we're seeing so many people get burned out, because they've spent so much time trying to press fast forward on every part of their life. It's like, you don't have to do that. There's absolutely no need to try and move quickly, because it just gets you nowhere, really. And so, yeah, just watching that video made me... it reminded me that it's really important to slow down. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to chase a sensation, because when you chase a sensation, you're not really getting... you're just getting a very temporary feel. And that feeling can disappear very, very quickly. Versus if you spend a lot of time crafting and molding and refining, it feels a lot better. Like, I don't want to just do slop, you know. I want to do something that's actually meaningful, that people can come back to and feel like, oh, this is actually this is great content that he put out there. We're seeing so much of it. We're seeing so much content out nowadays where you can tell that it really is just about sensationalism and, you know, get that quick fix of views, you know, and then that's it. But like, there's no care, there's no real heart put into the content. And then, you know, all we see is controversy, and it's not really not what I'm looking for. Is the game lagging for me? No, the game is running smoothly. Is it running laggy on stream? The game for me right now is running fine. What the heck? Yeah, the game right now is pretty smooth. Maybe do like a quick refresh. Is anyone lagging on Twitch, or are we good? Because my ping is surprisingly a bit high, but nothing crazy. It's very laggy on stream. Let me check. Let me just disable preview. I don't know. It's weird. Well, I guess in that case, it's probably a good time to stop then. I'll call it a day for now because it is almost 10:30 here, and it's probably a good time for me to log off and just grab a bite. All good on Twitch? Okay, yeah, it's probably just, I don't know, some odd connection, Twitch or whatever. But, yeah, I think this would be a good time to log off. Usually I don't stream on these Wednesdays. Usually I do stream on Thursdays, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get up and stream today. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'll stream, just because I like to usually take a day off in between my streaming days. So
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
hey,
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
ching ching bling bling.
You ain't talking money.
It's not laggy out here, but when you were in the game, it was interesting. I don't know why. Really, really weird. Because it's fun on Twitch, from what I'm hearing. So I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go, though. It's probably just a random connection glitch. But yeah, until next time, guys. Again, tomorrow, I don't know if I'll stream, because like I said, I like to take some days off, or at least a day off in between my streams. So you might see me on Saturday, which is my normal stream day. But we'll see. If you see me tomorrow, you see me. If not, again, just expect me to stream on my normal Saturday, which will be Friday for you guys. So until then, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. Gramps, I love you always, brother. Thank you again for being here. Liam, Fleming, Nezuko, all who came through and just were chilling. Cake, appreciate you as well as always. All the lurkers who came through for Duet Net Abyss, thank you. And yeah, we're gonna call it a day here. I wonder who's actually streaming though. Is anyone actually doing anything? Okay, so Zhang is actually streaming. I might throw Zhang a little bit of a raid. You guys can go check out Zhang. He's currently playing Battlefield. So yeah, I'll definitely give you a little bit of a entertaining streamer. Cool dude. So I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'm gonna go chill out for the day. And as always, new warriors, stay strong, keep fighting, and may the force be with you all always. All right, y'all take care of yourselves, and see you again soon.